Hi, Kringle here. It is July 27th, 2019, and I was out looking, it's in the evening, so I was out looking at the moon because they said today is a very special day that Mars will be almost as big as the moon. And this hasn't happened for 34,982 years, and it won't happen again for another 34,000 years. So if you're watching this tonight, make sure you go out and see if you can see the full moon. I guess there was a lunar eclipse today too. Maybe some of you in other parts of the world saw it, but here in the United States, we were unable to see it because it was happening during the daytime. I would like to start my broadcast again with what is Kringle? And for those of you that haven't heard my broadcast before, Kringle is a private digital currency embraced by the billion coin community. For our private agreement, Kringle has a significant value today and will only increase in value with each new member that joins us. Kringle is completely detached from the public coin market and the currently established scarcity-based monetary system forced on us by the elite ruling class with the purpose of enslavement and control. Kringle is based on abundance, not on artificial scarcity. Those who choose to join the TBC community understand the TBC vision and mission of reaching 1 billion members and ending poverty globally. They also understand that in order to achieve our objectives, our members must be proactive in hearing from our educational blog and sharing Kringle versus our cash flow system. Together we can achieve abundance for all. And I did want to read a couple blog posts that I came across, and they were both from 2016 when Kringle Cash started. But I guess before I start those, I want to remind everybody, if you haven't migrated yet, please migrate. You only have 4 more days to migrate from TBC004.net wallet to TBC009.net wallet. And I believe if you don't do it, you're going to lose big. And so not only you should migrate, but make sure anybody that you have referred, or have given the gift of Kringle to, make sure that if they join before May 1st, 2018, that they have migrated also. They are our TBC babies. And I know I have spent a lot of time the last couple weeks helping all my TBC babies migrate. And it's been a really good experience because it gave me, and some of them just want to sit and watch it grow. So it's given me a chance to really get them interested in doing more than sitting and watching it grow. Interested in them getting, oh wow, I didn't realize it has grown this much. I remind them, but and it was good for them to go through the sun button questions and really understand what Kringle and TBC is all about and the mission of Kringle and TBC. So this first blog I wanted to talk about was, our attitude. And I think I've talked about, everything is energy in this world. Energy equals MC squared. So even mass, anything that has mass has energy to it. Well, believe it or not, our words and our thoughts have energy to them. And so we always want to try as best we can to have a positive attitude, because that's going to raise our energy, and that's going to raise the energy of the people around us. And this blog is from April 19th, 2016, and it's called Attitudes Are Contagious. And it says, is yours worth catching? So what kind of attitude are you spreading around? When you speak or make a comment, does it inspire or bring others down? You are contagious. You've always heard a smile is contagious too, right? Smile at somebody, you could really make their day. Are you spreading fear and doubt or hope and joy? Who determines your attitude? You do. Is the glass half empty or half full? It's your choice. Winners pay attention to their own attitudes. They recognize that they do influence all the people they come in contact with them. Winners pursue positive results and are very careful in choosing their words. They want the people around them to take action in a positive way so that everyone can enjoy the good fruits that come from spreading words of encouragement. In life, you have to focus on what you want to get it. Too many people focus on what they don't want, and then they are surprised that their lives are filled with misery. And this goes back to one of my earlier broadcasts. I would always tell my students, you get what you wish for. So make sure you're wishing for something you want. They won't take responsibility for manifesting the bad parts of their lives. And that goes to the other little saying we've heard a lot probably. Turn that frown upside down into a smile. And you'll help yourself feel better and everybody else around you. It's your life, so take charge of it. If you want to be healthy, wealthy, and wise, then you can take full responsibility for every thought, word, and action that you produce. And again, talk nice to yourself. Don't give yourself a hard time. You're a wonderful, intelligent human being that has a lot to give back. And just keep that in the forefront of your mind. This is my aside. But love yourself, be nice to yourself, and that will be contagious too. And other people will feel it. They will feel your positive energy, and they will be drawn to you. We hope you realize just how lucky you are to be at the beginning of a cryptocurrency that only goes up in value. You can't lose. We all have so much to look forward to over the next few years. The coin concept is specifically designed to easily lift people out of poverty, regardless of their skills. You don't need a college education or even a high school diploma for this. You just need to learn from the blog, and there's many ways to learn how to do this from the people giving broadcasts, and possibly people you surround you with, the person that gave you the gift of Kringle. Well, admin gives it to you, but the person that shared the gift with you. The coin, we are on a mission to end poverty and hunger globally by spreading abundance and prosperity for all. It's time for humanity to grow up and shake off the shackles of artificial scarcity. This coin has the power to deliver it. And artificial scarcity, again, energy equals MC squared, M being mass. So words have energy, we have energy. I was just hearing about, we can use the energy from the magnetic force of the earth, but money has energy too. And when we spend money, we're using that energy to get the things that we need, like a home, food, clothing. And a few years ago, I was at a fair, and they had this scooter that you could ride around. Now, my mom was disabled, and she used a scooter. And I'm looking at the scooter, and I couldn't find a battery. I couldn't find a gas tank. And I asked the gentleman, I said, how does this scooter run? And he says, well, it runs on the ambient energy of the air, which means, like the magnet, the earth has a magnetic force. And this person who developed the scooter had found to harness that energy of the magnetic force to make the scooter run. Well, we are just like that. We can harness the magnetic energy of the Earth's energy around us and become a force too. So when you are in any public space, such as Facebook or the blog or any of those things, like maybe you're doing a broadcast or you're in a chat room with a broadcast, keep all of your comments full of encouragement and stay positive. It is harmful to raise doubts and fears in any public space. Too many have been voicing your concerns there, and this will discourage buyers from buying, and that is counterproductive to your desire to become wealthy. If you discourage other people, then whom are you going to sell your TBC coins to? If you have a valid concern, then discuss it properly with admin by contacting on the Contact Us link at the bottom of every page of this website. And also you can go to the help desk now in the Kringle.catch back office. We haven't even started our marketing campaign to completely sell out the entire stake. And all our growth we have experienced so far has been developed by word of mouth. So make it positive. We want to share this so that the value of our coins becomes more for each one of us. And each new person that we share it with and accepts the gift makes our TVC coins go up by a grain of gold, or at this time about $2.37 USD. You are positioned well to win. Be grateful, stay positive, and employ all the things you learn here in the Education Center of the website. So I thought that was a really good blog. You know, when you're putting yourself out there, I know some people get nervous or afraid. But again, they're people you know. They're going to support you and listen to you because they are your friend or your family. And if not, then just move on. You know in your hearts that what you're trying to do is a positive thing. And not everybody's going to see that. So don't judge them harshly. Just move on to somebody else who's waiting to hear what you have to say in a positive way. Now, one of the 10 questions when you turn on your send button is, do we need to know who admin is? And again, the answer, I'll give it to you, is false. No, we don't need to know who admin is. And I'm going back here to another blog post from 2016. Who is the creator of the billion coin? Some people persist in asking. They demand, who is the creator of the billion coin? The answer is not that simple, because the creation of the billion coin, or Kringle as we are calling it now, is a result of a team effort. Within the mission of the release of this cryptocurrency, this cryptocurrency to the world is the desire to lift all of humanity out of poverty. The Kringle Cash billion coin members around the world certainly act like Santa's helpers in this grand mission. And for those of you that were members before a couple of months ago, you know that the theme was Kris Kringle, and that's why it's called a Kringle coin. And Santa Claus is pretty well known around the world as giving gifts. And so that's why we call it the Kringle gift. And then all of us are Santa's helpers in this grand mission. Membership within the TBC community will always be a free gift to all who desire it. Just like parents of small children on the earth, spreading the spirit of Kris Kringle or Santa Claus in the form of tangible toys and candies purchased with hard-earned cash. The buyers of TBC coins use their hard-earned cash to play that role. Who is the creator of the first cryptocurrency, Bitcoin? That's the very first cryptocurrency, Bitcoin. You might have heard of it. It's BTC. And it was created about 20 years ago, I think. It is widely accepted fact that nobody knows for sure who that person is either. There are many reasons why the idea of cryptocurrency is protected by anonymity, and attached to this article is another article that does a pretty good job of explaining that. So attached to this is the story of who they believe started Bitcoin, or the first cryptocurrency. So why Satoshi Nakamoto worked so hard to hide his identity. And this was posted on March 6, 2014. We may now know Bitcoin Satoshi Nakamoto, the founder of Bitcoin, who they think is Satoshi Nakamoto, the creator of Bitcoin, is, according to Newsweek, he's a reclusive 64-year-old Japanese man who lives in Temple City, California. And Satoshi Nakamoto is his real name. He has reportedly denied being involved with Bitcoin. Newsweek portrays Nakamoto as a secretive reclusive and a little paranoid. He's certainly the awkward scene when Leah McGrath Goodman confronted Nakamoto in his driveway suggests that the man is genuinely uninterested in seeking the spotlight. That was Newsweek reporter. But Nakamoto's decision to disappear from public view, just as Bitcoin was taking off, wasn't just a reflection of his eccentric personality. It was essential to getting the growing currency to take off. Fiat currencies, and I just learned what fiat means, like Bitcoin, are fundamentally built on faith. Fiat equals faith. Our US dollar is fiat currency. On the back it says, "In God we trust," and we have trust that it will always have value. That could be interesting in the next couple years. I think of Venezuela, where right now they've had, I think they said 41,000 times inflation. But basically their fiat currency, or the money of Venezuela, is not worth anything anymore. So the only ones that are being able to exist without being in poverty right now are the people that have like cryptocurrency, like Bitcoin and a couple other cryptocurrencies. So they are able to stay up, have some value in that. So fiat currencies like Bitcoin are fundamentally built on faith. People treat currency as valuable because they expect others to consider it valuable. And for a decentralized currency like Bitcoin, that faith depends on a belief that the rules of currency will be stable over time. For example, it's generally reported as a fact that there will never be more than 21 million Bitcoins. But that fact is just a social convention. There will never be more than 21 million Bitcoins because the Bitcoin community has agreed to a set of rules that doesn't allow more than 21 million Bitcoins to be created. In principle, those rules could be changed. Bitcoin's success depends on people having confidence that the rules won't be changed in a way that will destroy the value of their holdings. This means that a strong leader would have been a liability in Bitcoin's early years. As Bitcoin's creator, Satoshi Nakamoto would have had a unique ability to change the rules of the game and get the Bitcoin community to accept the changes. Nakamoto's version of the Bitcoin software was Bitcoin by definition. As long as he was around, people would worry that he would make future changes that would destroy the value of their investments. So he disappeared in 2011, and that helped to remove the potential impediment to Bitcoin's growth. Gavin Anderson, Nakamoto's successor as the leader of the Bitcoin project, is a smart and capable programmer. But he'll never have the stature within the Bitcoin community that Nakamoto did. If Andreessen tried to make a dramatic, potentially harmful changes to Bitcoin, he'd face a lot of resistance from the rest of the Bitcoin community. The lack of an official Bitcoin leader has also been an asset in the regulatory arena. A key argument for Bitcoin is that no one owns the Bitcoin network, which means there's no way to regulate it. Had Nakamoto's identity been known a year ago, he might have been dragged before Congress to testify at last fall's hearings. So this article was written in 2014, so they're talking about 2013, but he disappeared in 2011. Nakamoto might have faced pressure from regulators to change Bitcoin to make it easier to regulate. But with Nakamoto out of the picture, the leaders of the Bitcoin community could truthfully say that no one had the authority to change Bitcoin's rules. That forced policymakers to accept the system the way it was and develop policies to accommodate it. If the man Newsweek identified today proves to be the real Satoshi Nakamoto, the question is whether he's been away from the project long enough that Bitcoin will continue to be seen as truly outside anyone's control. I think the answer is probably yes. There's now a significant community of Bitcoin developers who have grown used to managing the currency without Nakamoto's input. They probably wouldn't defer to him the way they would have in 2011. But just to be on the safe side, it would be smart for Nakamoto not to rejoin the Bitcoin development community anytime soon. So when other people ask you who is the creator of TBC, you can answer, it doesn't matter who, because TBC is a true cryptocurrency and it's completely decentralized. We never have to worry about a company changing things or losing our money because as a TBC coin owner, I have just as much rights as the next TBC coin owner, and the price of TBC only goes up. Now, I want to make a couple comments about this because I used to work in the financial world, and the fact that TBC Kringle is privately held is huge. Now, Bitcoin is publicly held, so it does go up and down according to the basic laws of economics, which is, if more people want it, the price goes up. If less people want it, the price goes down. When he was talking about in the article about there's only going to be 21 million Bitcoins, and in TBC there's going to be 1 billion coins. Part of the problem with our USD fiat currency is the Federal Reserve, which is not a government agency, and has a person appointed by the president to kind of be the government's representative. But the Federal Reserve is privately owned, and they are the ones who make the interest rate go up or make the interest rate go down, not our government, not the president. And for about 8 years now, or probably might be longer than that, they have just been printing money. I call it funny money. So in virtual money, just like our TBC Kringle. But the thing is, when this article was talking about there's rules, there will only be so much Bitcoin and so much billion coin. The Federal Reserve has been printing money like crazy. I think I heard it was like $40 billion a month. And this is not backed by anything except faith. It's true fiat currency. And unfortunately, it can become like Venezuela, where, hey, it might not even be worth the money in the paper it's printed on. So if, things turn south. So they just keep printing it and they keep loaning it out. The power of 9, they make it, they give it to a bank. The bank can loan out 90% of that. They only have to keep 10% of it, and so forth and so on and so forth. So now we have $360 billion of fiat currency going into our economy every month. At some point, that's going to affect our economy a lot. So just think about it. Billion coin Kringle is the best gift you can give somebody, because as long as we have verified paid members, it will have value. And I believe this is the future of currency. And when people say, well, I don't know about cryptocurrency, it's not real. I said, the money in my bank account, my virtual bank account, my virtual online bank account, I don't hold it in my hands. It's basically virtual money too, even though it's still fiat currency, it's still USD. But what I'm saying is, we don't deal with rolling money anymore. People take their cell phones and pay for things. We use debit cards or credit cards. It's all virtual money that's really not backed by anything. And luckily in TBC, Kringle, we now have a Kringle coin, or if you want to say a TBC coin, that is valued with gold. And that is huge, huge. So keep on sharing, and let's make the number of our verified paid members who have received a gift go up and up, so the value of our coin goes up and up. And remember, every person you share it with that pays their wallet fee adds another $2.37 around there, depending on the price of gold, to the value of our TBC. So it really pays us to go out and share it as much as we can. And we will help the world. I know we will. I have faith in the members of TBC. And if you want to figure out how to see how much the coin is worth, when you log into your Kringle.cash back office, there is now a nice welcome screen, and it says a welcome, and it says how many paid members there, and you just multiply that by about $2.37. And so in USD, you will know how much each TBC coin is worth on that day. And then, of course, they do spell it out for you under info. You can go under info in your Kringle.cash back office too and find out. So I hope everyone goes out with a big smile on their face and a positive attitude. And just know that you have the best gift in the world to give anybody. So have a wonderful evening and enjoy maybe some of you got to see the lunar eclipse. How cool would that have been? And also enjoy the full moon and I guess Mars. And you'll be seeing something that no one's seen before. And probably none of us will see again, since it only happens every 35,000 years. Signing off, Kringle Kim. See you later. Bye.